This is KRQE News 13 with Dick Niffing and Diane Anderson.
The state says there is no more money to get ignition interlocks for drunk drivers who cannot afford them.
Okay, so the judge just orders them not to drive? Well, that's certainly one solution, but will it work? Here's News 13's Jim Winchester.
Diane, effective immediately. If you're convicted of drunk driving, you'll have to come up with $1,000 for an interlock if you want to keep driving. Don't have it, you're out of luck, but maybe the rest of us are too.
The Indigent Fund was set up to provide low-income drunk drivers with an ignition interlock so they could legally drive. But what happened was 1/3 of DWI offenders claimed they couldn't afford to install the interlocks on their own dime and dipped into the fund. State Senator Kent Cravens says the problem was a lack of strict rules over who could qualify.
There were a lot of people that could afford to buy their own interlock. And they were leaving it to the state to do it. So that's the abuse of the system.
With the state funds now dried up, advocates for tougher drunk driving laws are calling for emergency funds to continue providing interlocks while tightening up the criteria for DWI offenders to access the state funds.
I would hope the legislature could take this to a top priority and get it fixed.
Cravens agrees and adds that the legislature needs to address this immediately, or else lives will be in danger at the hands of repeat drunk drivers.
We know that if they don't get the interlock, they'll probably drive anyway, which is putting the community at risk.
And not only has the Indigent Fund run out of money, the state still owes interlock distributors money on devices already installed. Diane, back to you.
All right, thank you, Jim. Now, there are about 9,000 interlock devices in use in New Mexico. About 3,600 of those drunk drivers claimed poverty to get theirs for free.